Kamusta ba? How are you all doing, everyone? You are now watching CFO Today International. Yes, you heard that right. Today's episode will be all about the break-tertainment, art that is made by faith, just like today's featured ecclesiastical district, which is none other than the district of Manitoba. And today's episode will be about the behind the scenes and how they did their overall INCinema entry for 2023, which is entitled When We Find Our Way. So without any further ado, Manitoba, take it away.
We enjoy our time with friends, family, maybe co-workers. What are the type of activities do you usually plan as to enjoy the time with our loved ones?
Yes, and I just love watching movies, watching short films, and even for entertainment and also for inspiration sometimes.
Well, that's perfect because in our episode today, we will be looking at how short films are put together and also knowing about the experience of those who are part of the cast in the film in our district when we find our way.
And today's episode is extra special and extra fun and extra entertaining.
Welcome everyone to CFO Today International. We're here in the Ecclesiastical District of Manitoba.
And that's right, keep it locked in only here in the break-tertainment.
All that and more
when we return to CFO Today Season 3.
So as mentioned earlier, the creators of the INCinema film, When We Find Our Way, are here with us today. So let's start off with Neil.
Hi, my name is Brother Neil. I play Brother Marco in the film and I also composed the song.
Hello, well, my name is Sister Gwen. I play the main actress, who is also known as Camille.
I am Brother Carlo and I play Marco's dad.
I'm Sister Jasmine and I am project manager and co-producer.
Hello, my name is Sister Lauren. I'm the director and I wrote the script for this film.
I am Sister Noah and I play Sarah, which is Camille's younger sister.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the break-tertainment.
We are very happy that you guys are here with us today.
Everybody looks so handsome and beautiful.
Yes. Sister Lauren, Sister Jasmine. So we believe that for many of the cast and crew, this type of project was a first time for you guys. How did it all get started?
Well, prior to this project, we had, some of us were actually in our celebration for 50 years in Canada, and Sister Lauren and I actually were stage directing for that one. So we kind of had a grip on the reins on what we should do, but we did need a little bit of help from one of our cinematographers. He's not here, Brother Jason. He was really good with a lot of the creative aspects. We had a lot of great advice from him, how to do the screenplay and things like that. And yeah.
Yes, and a lot of our cast and crew were also part of that play. Brother Neil, sorry. Brother Neil, Sister Gwen, and Sister Noah were part of the stage play, so we also knew each other from there.
Very nice.
Yes, and even I know it's no easy feat, to get started, And what are some of the challenges you had from the very beginning when you guys first all started working as a team?
I think it was coming up with the story itself. Keeping in mind the theme of this year's INCinema with Kadiwa and Benhi, we were thinking about, what our brother in that age category go through. What is a theme that, that kind of, like the Benhi and Kadiwa brethren can relate to. So we sort of worked around that idea and formed the story from there.
One of the things that I found really challenging was just working with the schedule of some of the actors and the actresses. A lot of them are students, so they were going through exams, they have class, they don't have as much free time to do these things, and on top of that, all of them are officers. So we were trying to coordinate when everyone's available outside of their choir practices, outside of their monthly meetings and things like that. Also, just trying to get in contact with each other. It was just really hard, I think, because we all are from different locales. We're all kind of spread out across the city. But other than that, I think that was some of the bigger challenges we had right at the beginning.
Alright. So aside from that, all the process when it comes to making the script, the themes, the ideas, how did you guys get the title when we find our way?
We got the title once Brother Neil wrote his song. We had about 80% of the script done, and we were on any type of AI thinking of what kind of title would fit with a journey and a journey of
love
faith.
story,
Yes.
figuring things out.
Yes, and then one night Brother Neil just said, I wrote a song. And he had literally written it that night, and I was like,
It was fire.
I was choked, and I was like, this is such a good song. And we kind of molded not even just the title, but even the script around that song that he had written.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
And I just wanted to ask, so how did the whole team pretty much come together? So how did you end up finding out that Brother Guillaume will be the perfect dad to play for Brother Neil, and like little things like that? How did pretty much the team come together there?
We look the same.
They're twins.
Well, like I said before, we were part, most of it, but probably like 80% was part of the play. We just needed like a dad. There was actually a part written for Marco's mom. But because of casting, like we had to make a lot of cuts and changes to the script.
That's true. I would have done it. I was pregnant at the time, but I would have looked the same age as him, so that would have been really weird.
Yeah, that would have
Being more like a sister than a mom.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yes.
What do you think are the 3 top qualities a director should have when it comes to making the film? Or a film?
I think you need to have a lot of resilience. It is not an easy job. It's not something, I wouldn't say it's not fun, but I would definitely say it's not for the faint of heart either. You are in charge of managing a very diverse group of people, so that type of resilience needs to be there, as well as, what was the other one you said?
I think it was leadership.
oh my gosh. I believe that directing is a lot in line with general leadership skills. So basically keeping in mind and basically constantly communicating to your team what the end goal is and what the vision is, and being strategic and making adjustments. For example, you hit a snag in a certain situation, basically adapting and pivoting to that situation is also a good skill.
Definitely. So for our scriptwriters, so can you give us what was your inspiration when it comes to writing the script of the movie?
I believe that every writer draws inspiration from real life.
Yes.
So, who doesn't have a sibling that is a little bit messy? Or, who doesn't have an addict? I'm an addict myself, who doesn't have a very strict process for things to make sure that things are done on time. And I also looked at our cast as well. I'm not saying that Neil was exactly like Marco, but he could portray Marco very well. Because he's like young man and he's just trying his best, but embodied Marco.
So you pretty much like adapted a little bit of the personality into
Yes.
Right.
That's awesome. And I actually wanted to ask the next question to Sister Gwen. We were able to watch the film in our district, and we can really see why the cast members were able to receive a lot of best awards, right? And for Sister Gwen, what was your experience like knowing that you would be playing one of the main characters in the film?
Well, initially I was supposed to be part of the production team. And then our 2 lovely directors over here, Sister Lauren and Sister Jasmine, they actually inspired me to audition for the role of Camille. And at first it was very overwhelming, nerve-wracking of course, because you can only imagine the feelings when you're taken from behind the scenes to essentially being the scene. Yes. But of course, the more that I studied Camille, the role, the more I grew comfortable with it.
Most definitely. Was it your first time playing as an actress, or did you have experience before?
Technically, because like as previously mentioned, we were also part of a musical EBM, play Yes Club, and we all played a role in that as well. So we do have some sort of experience, but not exactly behind a production team or a whole camera.
Yes. So with those characters that you portrayed, you can answer this question. Do some of the traits or qualities are similar to you in your life?
You keep saying that.
The question was for him.
Right, well, no, they tease me throughout filming because, the script for Marco is, he's this guy, he's messy, his bed's messy, and he's always late to things. And that was actually what inspired me to... That's what inspired
That's a good
me.
motivation, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a motivation for me to join the movie because they showed me the script at the first time. And I was like, man, I've been method acting this guy my whole life.
The role made for you.
Right, yeah, it's made for me. Like, I just wanted to come in, be the music guy in here,
Yes.
but yeah, it was pretty fun playing this character.
Yep.
And my next question is, I actually want to ask Brother Gian, since it's a lot of many first-time actors and actresses, I want to ask Bro, is this also your first time playing in a film as well, Paul?
No, it's not the first time. I was a theater actor and also played some extra roles in that before.
But how did you, prepare and portray for the characters that you were assigned for?
Actually, it's my passion, acting, and I also like doing impersonation. Actually, and the pressure, just like what I'm thinking, I can also make a connection to what Sister Jess said. It's not for the faint of heart. Every time I see Sister Lauren and Sister Jess, I'm kind of thinking. So I'm always like, I always do my best to perform well. Actually, that's one of the challenges. Time and how do we look like in the camera. What were they thinking? Did I deliver the script well? So, stuff like that.
Alright, so since this was a project launched by the church administration, certainly there are some, challenges that we had to face and endure together. So as leaders and our opinions of the actors that just said now, they said that they had a lot of fun while making the movie. What are some the key things that you made sure that everyone is having fun but at the same time serious in making the film?
Feed them.
Make sure that they're well fed.
You're well fed.
Mine's are empty, stomachs are full.
Alright. So indeed, that's it. When we return, we'll learn more about the production and post-production phase of When We Find Our Way as we uncover its behind the scenes. And we're back, but before we proceed, let's have a quick icebreaker.
Yes, and we're going to play Guess Who. So we'll have some iconic lines that will be read out to you, and after every line, you'll have a guess on whose line that will be. So you guys can do it all together, and I'm sure you've all played Guess Who, am I right? Yes. Alright, so we'll go over the very first line that will be read to us.
Are you kidding me? Of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. And I know how hard you worked hard to get where you are now.
Any guesses?
Guesses?
Just a wild guess.
And that's right, it was
right.
Marco. Yes. Okay, now we'll go to our second iconic line.
I just want you to follow your dreams. You do so much for us. I just wanted to see you be happy. I didn't want to be the reason you waste your life for us.
Marco's dad.
What's her name?
That's...
Answers?
No, it's not. It's the other sister. It's the one.
Sarah.
No, it's Leah. Alright. Okay, that's 2 out of 6 of the the line. So for the third one, let's have it rolling.
Alam mo na, ang Diyos, He has a plan for all of us. May plano siya para sa'yo, para sa kapatid mo.
Papa.
Yes, that is right. And can we just say props to behind the camera who's doing the throwing the iconic lines for us?
Round of applause for him.
All right, we'll have the next iconic line.
Mom and Dad have always taught us to trust in God in moments like these. You should pray. If anyone would have answers, it would be God.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah. Yes.
Yes, they got it. 6 out of 6.
Nice.
Great job, guys. So we can honestly say that they definitely memorized all their lines.
Ang galing nila talagang kabisado nila kung ano yung nasa film.
Yes, and that's right. And since they know their clips, we want to also show a little bit of other clips, from the film, and we'll share some of the backstory of the shoot as well.
That was last winter.
Yeah.
That was the first shoot.
That was our first shoot. Wow.
I remember the first time this came out, I was like, mind blown. I was like, wow, this is so good. Second look.
I actually did make that shot.
Did you really? Just say yeah.
You guys good for the smoking?
Please, see Josh in the back.
Alright, so the scenes really showed how much fun you guys had. But also how great everyone showed their emotions towards the film. So were you guys satisfied on how the particular scene was executed, Paul?
Yes.
Yes?
It was a really fun scene.
It was a fun Yes.
Yeah, they chose like an arcade, right, / bowling place. There's supposed to be some bowling scenes in there, but
Yeah.
I guess it was too dark and the camera couldn't catch everything. But we made do with what we had, and it turned out really great. And post-production, Akuya Jason told me to make some like background music for it as well. And so I think it turned out well.
Yes. So, as in general, all of the actors can answer this question. What are some unforgettable lines that you have said while playing your character? Let's start with Abby.
Yes, I think this was the rooftop scene.
Where Camille was
PTSD.
PTSD. Where Camille was upset, let's say, with Marco. And she was talking about how he's never organized, and then her line was like, from your shirt down to your socks. You're never organized. I was like, wow, even the socks. Oh yeah. All right.
Checking your socks right now.
Do they match?
Oh no.
It's me and Camille, Dad.
Wow.
We broke up. But yeah, no. That was like the first line shown in like the first impactful line shown in the film, in my opinion. It kind of sets the tone for like the intro of the movie, and it was a heavy scene, and that was memorable for me because I'm Kadiwa and I've had some heartbreaks in my time. Before I keep going,
Alright, let's see.
I think it would be the when I was giving advice to Marco, the Filipino line, because it's more, it's realistic, more realistic and authentic as well.
Alright.
Sister Nolan, what was your
Yes.
unforgettable line as well?
I love that one line when Camille comes home and I'm in the kitchen and then she tells me about her relationship and then I was like, oh, I thought you guys are in love. And it's just fun because it's fun
teasing your older siblings.
It's such a little sister.
It's a little sister.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes it can be awkward though.
Yeah.
When we come to the edge of emotion, nothing more to do but pray. When we've stood our ground with His love that surrounds, will He lead me back to you?
There were times when our dreams coincided, and through prayer we found a way. With our hearts intertwined and faith aligned in His love, our love.
And when we're holding on to the dreams we won't let go, we get lost in the trials, every storm we face. With His love, we'll find our ways.
Do we think that we know of the future, what He has in store for us?
Every step that we take, every prayer that we make, it is time true love will find. And when we're holding on to the dreams we won't let go, we get lost in the trials, every storm we face. With His love we'll find our way. Every chance of the oceans I thank Him.
For a love so patient and kind.
Love in His time is the sweetest of kinds, for it stands the test of time. In His time, true love will find.
And this question is for everyone, and I wanted to ask, what is one Christian value that this film has taught you, and what would that be and why? So let's start off with you, Brother Neil.
Well, this is my very first film. Throughout the progress of filming, we did face a lot of hurdles, as Afra mentioned earlier in the interview. And yeah, most of the time I was just like, man, are we gonna get this done? How's this gonna turn out? I don't think this is ever gonna work out. There was a bunch of panics, but luckily we have two great leaders right here, and usually what they told us was, don't worry about it. God's on our side. We're gonna finish this. It's gonna turn out very well. I know we're going through some things right now, but it'll all blow over. So what that taught me was pretty much to just believe in the power of the Lord, because through Him, we had a pretty great film, eh?
Yes. Very nice.
I think one of the biggest, most important Christian values we take from the film especially is the importance of family in a Christian setting. It's so important for the family to have a good relationship, not only just between the parents, but also between the siblings. And if you watch the film, we see with Camille and her sisters how important as well, not only for them to be together as a family, but for them to even pray together as a family, right? Because they all have something in common that they're looking toward. And, I think it's such a powerful scene that I hope a lot of young Christians, Binhi, Kadiwa, even the blood that watch this film can take something from, knowing that there are other families who pray together and have that family hour and talk about these deep things, things that are hard to talk about outside. So it's. I hope that encourages a lot of Christian families to do those things, to pray together, to talk about those hard conversations.
Alright, so of course we'd like to congratulate you again, especially all the cast members of the great portrayal of all the characters that you in the story. So what was your reaction spot when the film bagged 5 awards during the INCinema Awards, the Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, Best Child Performer, Best Trailer, and Best Actress?
that was our reaction. We were like,
We were actually all in one chat watching it, all at the same time live.
Yes.
And for me, speaking personally, I felt an overwhelming amount of pride and just joy because, like, you know, you never know, because there were so many talented entrances from movies and a lot of talented brethren from other districts, but, you know, just like the most of the actor awards went to this group, and I feel like it was very well deserved.
Additionally, you guys had 3 nominees in the EVF Awards, winning International Best Supporting Actor.
It's really overwhelming because I thought at first when I heard about it, about the auditions, it was just goofing around. And I realized, oh, this is something serious. So I'm really, really thankful and grateful for everyone. We had a strong bond with each other.
And very well deserved to all of you as well. And we just wanted to ask one more question: is any message to our brethren? So I guess this can also go for our directors and producers, especially to those who are aspiring filmmakers. You know, what is a message that you can tell them to inspire them and maybe even starting to get into filmmaking?
Can I take this opportunity?
Guess what?
Can you please include me next year's project?
Take it. We'll be expecting more of him for the acting scene. Yes. For the next year. Yeah.
I would like to say that a little bit of organization, a lot of inspiration from real life and the things around you, and 100% faith in God and how He'll help you through anything in life, through anything, for any projects, and just to keep that faith.
Very nice.
Yeah, going off of what Sister Lauren said is that for many of us, it was our first time for everything, for acting, script writing, directing, filmmaking, anything like that. But there's a first time for everyone.
Yes.
And all I can say is, you never know. You never know the endless possibilities. Like, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we didn't even expect to be nominated for any awards, but look at how far we went.
Yeah.
And so my word of advice for would be to just do it. You never know what will happen.
Right.
Take the first step.
Yes.
I think as well, when you take that first step, you also are encouraging the youth to follow in your footsteps,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
You pave the way for them to have the courage to do what you're doing. And if there aren't people like this lovely group of people that we have here, then we wouldn't have events like this, we wouldn't have projects like this
Yes.
for the youth to look forward to.
You don't know what talent you have until you try something.
It's true.
Right?
And actually, it's not just the youth in our local. Some brethren are asking us, hey, we want an audition,
It's actually for you to feel ready,
So
right?
it's also edifying, right?
Yes. Definitely.
But one of the most important factors during the time that I spent with these wonderful brethren is our humility towards each other. The one thing I was worried about going into this was, oh, it's acting, it's this, that, there's going to be divas, the directors are going to be... But no, it wasn't like that. We were very nice towards each other. They made me feel very comfortable throughout the entire thing, and yeah, I just really hope I get another opportunity to work with these brethren again.
Alright.
My word of advice is that if you're trying any projects that the church administration gives, definitely try it, because you're going to have an amazing time, and God will guide you throughout the way. And I'm pretty sure that I can speak for all of us when we say that we had an amazing experience.
Very well. And on that note, we would like to thank our guests for taking us through the behind the scenes of making this INCinema film, When We Find Our Way.
And we would like to also thank our viewers who joined us today in an episode of The Break Entertainment.
I'm Sister Laarni,
I'm Sister LJ Palomeno,
and stay inspired by Christian living.
only here on
CFO Today International!
Well, there you have it, Cabricadas. We do hope that you enjoyed today's featured episode and that you have been inspired by our brethren there in the Ecclesiastical District of Manitoba for creating content that is based and made by faith. Special shout out to all our brethren who are watching right now. Make sure that you leave a comment down below and you share this episode to all of your friends and loved ones and let them know that you've thought of them today. And if you want to watch more INCinema entries, you can go ahead and go to our official YouTube channel and check out your favorite movies there. Well, this has been Sister Nina Nobelio saying, stay inspired by Christian living only here in CFO Today International. Bye, everyone.